He claims he's scientific, but this video is horrific. He's the washed-up 90s nerd who just dropped a propaganda turd. Terrible, Emily. Bill Nye, the science whatever, created a TikTok video promoting Biden's infrastructure plan, Build Back Better. Other than schools, it's the best place to indoctrinate tweens. And boy, does it suck.
Please consider the following. If you're like me, you want the U.S. to be a bit better. And for that, we have two bills, and I'm not either one of them. I mean, I'm a bill. I'm not an infrastructure bill. You've heard about that. The House of Representatives passed it recently. That's for our roads, our power lines, our water pipes, to upgrade them and improvement so that we can have a better infrastructure.
Interesting. It gets better. I'm lying.
So that we can, working together, build back better.
Bill, you're using my lines here.
I really am a believer in this. You know, I'm old enough to remember when the U.S. was the leader in innovation.
That's what we're driving at, Bill.
Driving. Yes, we love driving.
Yes, we do.
And electric cars are the future. They're clean, they're efficient, they're quiet.
We're going to build 500,000 charging stations.
And we want to electrify our ground transportation so we don't have this carbon in the atmosphere.
I'm not even sure they were together. If their chemistry were any more electric, poor people couldn't afford it this year. More cringeworthy than the time I walked in on Kilmeade's pedicure. He has 8 toes per foot. We pretty much showed you the whole clip, so finish it.
I say all the time, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8, the progress of science and useful arts. It's in the Constitution. Come on, everybody, what's not to love? We're just trying to change the world here, people.
We're going to change the world.
Infrastructure is cool. Isn't that what we do nowadays?
So naturally, people on Twitter are ripping the video apart, missing the bigger point, that at least they weren't naked. I kid, but my point is things can always be worse. Originally, they had Seth Rogen do the video, and I think we have tape.
You done? Okay. Wow. Ooh.
So, Mikey, is it accurate to call this propaganda, or is it just, I mean, he's trying to get people to be okay with spending trillions on stuff.
Yeah.
He's working for the government.
It's not, I mean, you could, I suppose, it's the worst piece of propaganda I've ever seen. And
You work for the CIA.
And I worked at the CIA. So
you got us all hooked on crack in the 90s.
Well, there was that. There was MK Ultra. There was. We didn't do the crack thing, by the way.
I know.
Which camera do I look into? We didn't do the crack thing. So yeah, it's so bad that I guess what happened was they probably didn't mean for it to be bad. Then they looked at the first cut and they realized the only way we can do this is by making it really cringeworthy, because then it'll get talked about as we're doing right now. I think it was deliberate after their first rough cut, when they realized they got nothing here. Let's just make it as awful as possible.
Really? You think they're actually really, really cool?
Yeah.
They purposely decided
I
to
don't
hold
think
back
so.
how cool
I don't think so.
are.
I think their marketing team or their messaging team made the only decision they could at a certain point, and so we got to make this thing so crappy that people will talk about it.
I get it. A lot of people, like, I'm a lot taller than people think, but the way I sit, I try to appear shorter.
Right.
Just to make people feel more at ease around me. Ha ha, look at the short guy. They don't know. They don't know, Emily. You were a 90s kid, weren't you?
I was an 80s kid.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
you're in your 60s now?
I was born in the 70s.
Really? Wow,
Yes.
good for you.
Yes.
And you still get around?
Time. I do.
You still get around the life alert? Okay, that I got you. Do you like Bill Nye?
No.
You care?
No. You guys, that was agonizing.
Yeah.
That was watching two geriatric has-beens who both peaked decades ago. That was like Cocoon 5. Grumpiest old men.
To be fair, one of the has-beens is a president.
So my tax dollars paid for that? Absolutely not. I found that despicable. Honestly, the only thing worse, more cringeworthy than that agonizing theater was maybe our vice president paying fake kids and a Canadian company to talk about space that faked the whole thing too. Like, I can't decide which is worse. Those two Crypt Keepers or her laugh on that fake space video. Either way, our tax dollars paid for it. I'm not here for it.
Peter, Are we being too harsh?
I really think you are.
Yeah.
No, I really do. But I don't think you're being too harsh about the vice president hiring child actors. That was just grotesque. But
Yeah.
I think you're being too hard on this. He actually, I think I know Bill Nye, so he believes it.
Oh, sorry.
No. he believes it. He's sincere. I honestly don't understand what the problem is.
No, that's okay.
Wasting our time.
All right, we're gonna have to edit that out, Peter.
What is?
We're gonna have to edit that whole segment. Okay, just say this. Just can you
really
do me
got the brief on this.
Okay, just repeat after me, Peter. This is the most atrocious piece of video I've ever seen.
Okay, you might not like the way that it was presented or the style, or you may think it's cringeworthy, but it's not unethical.
No, I don't think it's unethical.
Just annoying. I don't want my tax dollars to pay for
but
this crap.
He's trying to put on a message that he believes in, and he's trying to do it in a way that he believes is hip. I don't see what the problem with that is.
Let's go to our expert in things that are hip.
You do realize that Peter will be cut out of the entire show.
I hit 3 bets tonight.
Joe looked like a hologram. I was more worried about him making it through the video.
Yeah, I
What are
mean,
your thoughts?
my thought. I mean, no, it was not cool. No, it's like infrastructure is not cool. It just is. It's a ridiculous thing to call cool. I know it's not cool, and I work on cable news, so I'm not really cool.
How dare you?
Oh, you think I'm cool? He just sort of accidentally called me cool. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Thank you.
She deserves no applause.
No, I don't think tax dollars should be spent on anything.
Me too.
So I also agree with you, but also I don't think they should be spent on anything because they shouldn't exist. But yeah, it was annoying. It was super annoying. But if they had fun, then I'm glad for them.
Yeah, let's be honest. It was a slow news day, and you always try to look for some funny video. That's all it was.
Yeah, no, I don't think there was.
But it's the worst thing I've ever seen. I think it's an impeachable offense, Peter. I think it's impeachable.
Vigilante justice.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.